Let's talk trading skills, guys. It's that time of day. We'll jump into a little bit of a discussion here when it comes to when you're a beginner, what are the best and most important skills that you need to concentrate on and improve upon when you're first starting out in the market? We all have stories of trading when we first started. Let's go through a few here right now, guys, and talk a little bit about those skills that we really need to sharpen quickly when you first start out trading.
Okay, so I'll start with this. One of the biggest lessons I've learned over time is patience. Patience, patience, patience. Sitting on your hands after you take a trade. If you've done all the work, let's just say, for example, you figure out your strategy and this is how you want to trade, and you make a read and you take the trade. Just because it goes in the money a little bit, don't rush to the exit because you see profit. You need to allow a trade to allow a trade to move, because you've taken so much time to wait for one single setup or a certain style of entry that just because you're in the money, you want to get out. That kind of cuts your profit. That eats into the backing that you need in profits when you do lose, and that's going to happen. So you need patience on your winners, and you need to be able to absorb your losers. That's just a reality. It's mental preparation, it's mental strength, whatever you want to call it, but it needs to be one of those things where you need to allow a trade to move. And a lot of the time, especially at the beginning, you just, you want to get in, you want to make some money. Everybody gets into this mentality that, in the stock market, you can make a ton of money. That is true if you're right and you have the right skill. It's just like any other job. It's not this one single shot, one special thing that you can do to get rich. It's a job. It takes a lot of work, and patience is part of that toolbox that you need to make things work. So once you figure out a trade, whatever your strategy is, let it work. Write it all down. I think that helps. I do have a book with my approaches, and I make adjustments all the time. I usually bring it with me. I don't have it today, but just let it work and write your trades down so you can go back through them, figure out what you did wrong, and then just improve and improve and improve. Once you get a trade going, figure out how you're going to manage it. There's different pieces of your system, but one of the key component in all of that is letting something breathe, as I call it. Letting a stock breathe. That's why a lot of the time you see me get into a position, I'm sitting here, I'm not doing a whole lot because I'm just letting it move around, because there's going to be a lot of back and forth until it may get going. You're either going to make it a binary decision, essentially. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. But if you start stepping in because you're starting to get nervous or you're starting to think that maybe it's not working, you're cutting the odds of it working in your favor from 50-50 to much less than that. So it doesn't help your case to rush things. So patience is the number one key, I think, whether it's in your winners or in your losers. But I think you've got to develop your patience.
I like that. I mean, there's actually, that's the best advice probably. But I think, develop patience and develop your style, right? And I think that's part of one and the same there. I'm going to go with, how about understanding your platform? Like understanding who your broker is, understanding the rules that they're allowing you to trade. Like right here, when we trade on the prop floor, we're not allowed to hold anything too much past 4 o'clock. We have to be closed, our positions have to be closed at 4 p.m., right? And so that changes sometimes the style of trade that you're looking at. I actually opened up right here our keyboard setup here on our P-Pro A platform here at Day Trade the World. And you could see here, understand your keys. Like I have a NASDAQ scan key right here. It's just NASDAQ scan. This is a routing key that I use all the time to make sure that I hit dark pools and to make sure that I hit the different gateways and ECNs that we trade with here. Because again, if I use a key that doesn't route, then I may miss liquidity. And when you miss liquidity, you're not going to get the best price. So I think that's very important. I know that there are a few platforms out there where you can select, maker-taker models, taker only, trading amongst dark pools is another option. Various different aspects. Are you even allowed to trade in the pre-market? There's a lot of traders that are looking at stock and are like, oh, I'd love to get into this name, and it's 8:30 a.m. or something like that. I want to get into Roblox real early, right down here at this bottom. But unfortunately, this doesn't really matter that much, but unfortunately, my platform doesn't allow me to take that trade, so I have to wait till market opens. Or how about you're playing this, and I've heard some people make this mistake. You're playing an earnings release. All right, great. So you take the trade at 359, 358. You believe Roblox is going to beat on earnings, right? And you're like, oh, I'm going to get out at 5 p.m. or whatever. Well, guess what? Maybe your platform doesn't support aftermarket trading, right? So post-market or pre-market. So definitely, I would say a tip for beginning traders, definitely understand your platform. And then once you understand your platform, don't start trading big share sizes. Make sure that you use a lot that you're comfortable with until you're comfortable with your setup. You know, Arun, myself, and Neil, we sit here all day and we have various charts, various things that are up, and I almost feel naked if I'm sitting here and I don't have the right layout open, or I don't have the right color scheme or something like that, or I don't have my tea, I don't have my coffee. Yo, what's up? I don't have things like that. We feel out of place. So I think that there's a few little tips there for beginning traders. You know your platform, know your surroundings, and just be comfortable, because comfort will lead you to be more stress-free and more relaxed when you're trading.
So key to not get caught off guard. I'll throw one more out there for you guys, and that is organization. If you are not organized, if you don't understand exactly what it is that you require to do this on a daily basis, it's very, very easy when you're a beginner trader to get caught in that constant circle of trying one strategy after another strategy after another strategy. Every day that you come in and you lose money, you think, oh, this doesn't work, let's go on to the next thing. If you're organized and you collect data and you look at data at the end of every single day, every single week, every single month, it'll help you get on the right track. So there we go. A few keys, guys, to skills you must perfect when you're a beginning trader.